Hello all. This is the second assignment presentation of Excel or the placement test. So this is the product sales analysis project presentation, and I am going to present you my all of the observations which I found during the data analysis for product sales. Let's begin. So the objectives of this presentation and data analysis is was to clean and prepare sales data for accurate analysis, data cleaning, then analyze sales performance, pricing and product returns, then identify top customers and segment them for marketing strategies and visualization of trends and insights through interactive dashboards. In this picture, you can clearly see this is the data sample which was given for the further analysis. What were the problem statements? So these are the 10 questions which were given for getting the answers and getting the required insights from the data. So this is the first solution, data cleaning and preparation. As you all know, this data has so many duplicate data and duplicated rows. So I had to clean it and remove those duplicate rows. So for cleaning the data, I used this remove duplicates option from data tools in the data tab. By this method, all the duplicated rows were removed. For second question, cancellations were to be tracked. So there were some invoice IDs initiating with a letter C. So I used if and left functions to make a new column named cancellations. Then I used if and left function in nested form so that if the letters started with C, then there will be yes, otherwise it will be no. And using that and counting this no and yes, I got this data. So the number of successful orders were 1,93,000, while the cancelled one was 4,300. By this way, cancellations were handled. Now, on question third, analysis of sales performance was done. So the question was to find the top five products which were uh, the best in terms of revenue, and top five too, which were the best on the basis of quantity ordered. So these are the top five products which are best on in the terms of revenue. So the first product is white hanging herd tea light holder, which raised the revenue of $70,000. Then the second one was Tot Compostage with $53,000 of revenue total. And third is Regency Cake Stand. Fourth is Color Bird Ornament, and fifth is Jumbo Bag. While in terms of quantity ordered, the most ordered quantity was of the product black and white paisley flower mug. Then for second, it was white hanging t-shirt. For third, 72 retro pack. Then for fourth, pack of 12 red spotty tissues. And for fifth number, it was the pack of 12 pink paisley tissues with a quantity of 19,000. For question number 4, this question was of pricing strategy analysis. So for this question, a percentile calculation was done, and it was found that on 90th percentile, 7.95 was the price. And then I made a pivot table so that I can get all the products with their average price, and I sorted it in the descending order. And here you can see that the average price of manual was the most, and these are the products which have prices more than the 90th percentile, and we get 449 products with an average of 26.6 of price range, which were above the 90th percentile. So now let's come to question number 5, customer analysis. Here we have top 10 customers with the sum of most amount spent. So the first customer did not have a customer ID, and this is a pivot table of most top 10 customers with the sum of most amount spent, and this is a chart, bar chart having all the information regarding those customers. As you can see, the top 1 customer has a so much difference between top 1 and top 2. So let's move on to the next question, temporal sales trends. So in this question, the sales trend was to be observed uh, in the coming year. Time functions like month, year, and pivot table and concat functions were used. By using analysis tools, we get this chart and we get this pivot table. As you can see, the most number of sales occurred in December 2009 and March 2010, and the sales dropped in May 2010. So we get peaks in December and March. Move on to the next question, geographical insights. So, according to this data, we get the observation that the most number of transactions happened in UK. The UK was the top country, then Ireland, and then France. So, average transactions per country was 6,379, and the list is so long. Now, let's jump on to another question, product return rate. So for solving this question, finding the answer, functions like if, sum if, absolute, pivot table were used. And using these tools and functions, we get this chart and this data. You can see here, and you can see here, 4,309 orders were cancelled out of 1,97,766. So we get a return rate of 2.18. Now let's move on to another next question, data segmentation for marketing. For this question, quartile not inclusive, countif, and pivot table were used. A column named quartile was made to make analysis easier. Here you can see this. This is the column which was made, and then on the basis of quartile, 25%, 50%, 75%, values were found, and the count of customers were also found, and they were segregated on the basis of their in which quartile they are falling in, low, high, or medium. And by using this analysis, we found that the most customers occurring in the third quartile, an amount of spending in between $665 to $1331. The range of customer is of a premium tier. In the end, we have a dashboard and pivot table. In this dashboard, you can see there is a slicer for selecting the time, selecting cancellation, selecting the country, get top products, and get the sales amount per country. And here you can see some information like total sales was of 36 lakh 34,257 dollars. Total transactions were 1,93,456, and average sales per transaction was $18, 18.79. This was all about this analysis. Thank you very much.